What's up, my YouTube family? Welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and with the Golden Bullet Global event going on right now, I wanted to take a few minutes and highlight one of my favorite ways to farm in the game, especially as a solo player. Now, this is something that's been in here for a while. However, especially with this event going on, your character is incredibly powerful. It is a great time to farm and try to get some gear you've been missing, so today I wanted to show you one of my favorite ways to do it. Now, if you happen to enjoy this video or find it helpful at all, do me a favor really quick and hit that like button. You can feel free to subscribe or join as well. Make sure you turn on those notifications, and we do have giveaways here. Our current one is for an Xbox Series S. To enter, all you need to do is subscribe here or follow on Twitter, and the winner will be announced December 31st of this year. Now, there happen to be a lot of details I want to go over for new and returning players. However, I'm just going to jump into the farming method itself. It is all about floor 90 in the summit. Now, all you need to do, you have to get yourself to floor 90. And once you're there, your main focus is the named enemies. This is a way to farm unlimited named enemies as long as you want to do so. Now, the key is this, my friends. When you get here, you're going to encounter one of 4 different layouts of the floor, and all you're going to do is take out the initial wave of enemies. Then you'll see a named enemy. There will be another wave, then a second named enemy, another wave after that, and a third named enemy after that third wave. And the most important aspect is that you cannot clear the floor completely. So once you take out that third named boss, you're going to scoop up the loot, you're going to open up your map, you're going to fast travel back to the lobby, and then, my friends, you can repeat this as often as you want. And of course, in a moment, I will show you an example of what that looks like. Now, the reason I've chosen floor 90, in videos I've done in the past, I've done a floor 10 summit farm, and there's one named boss you take out, you go back to the lobby, rinse and repeat. However, on floor 90, you actually face 3 named bosses before you actually get through the floor itself. Now, you can do this on any 10th floor in the game, but you want to be aware of how many named bosses there actually are. So again, I think through floors 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60, there's only going to be one named boss. I think 70 and 80 have 2, and when you get to 90, you're going to reach 3. So again, you can do this on any 10th floor you choose. Just make sure you are aware of how many named bosses there are, because you do not want to clear the floor completely, as I said before. If that's the case and you do that, you will not be able to repeat this over and over again. Now, at this point in the video, I want to go over a few details for new and returning players on why I really feel this is a very efficient way, especially as a solo player, to get a ton of loot in a short amount of time. Now, first of all, let's talk about difficulty and directives. Now, when it comes to both, the difficulty is going to determine the quality of the loot, and the directives are going to determine the quantity of that loot. So, for instance, if you have more directives active, you're not only going to get more XP, but that also increases the chances of the type of loot you're looking for to actually drop. And what I mean is this. Let's say you take out a named boss, they drop 4 pieces of loot. The more directives active equals the better chance that 3 of those 4 pieces will actually be the type of targeted loot that you're looking for. Now, to be clear, I know people who never use, they don't use directives at all. They keep getting what they're looking for. So again, my friends, it all works out to RNG. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. Now, getting back to the footage you were looking at, you saw that I took out the third named enemy. As soon as I did, like I said before, I opened up my map. Once my map was open, I was prompted to press X, I believe, to get back to the lobby. Now that I am here, I can see what I picked up, and my friends, at this point, you can hit floor 90 up as many times as you want. Now, another reason this is so great for solo players is you can rip through a floor 90 in like maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes tops. You're going to be getting a lot of loot, and for those of you that do not like playing Countdown on your own, you don't like the timer. I mean, here's the thing. When it comes to Countdown, that is by far the most efficient way to get a ton of loot in a short amount of time, but there are people who do not like that game mode. They want to be able to play on their own, and this is a really, really great alternative for those that want to. Now, one of the other great aspects about this, and I said this earlier in the video, but there are 4 different layouts that you're going to encounter on any one of the 10th floors, and the best thing about that is once you pick up the pattern of the NPC, you're going to be able to rip through this so quickly. Now, I have a few floors that are my favorites, so if I, open up the doors and it's one I don't like, I just go back to the lobby and try again. But this farm is not limited to one specific floor in the summit. You can do this on any one of them where you find the named enemies. And again, every 10th floor, you should be good to go. Now, when we talk about builds, it's really up to you. Now, because the Golden Bullet Global event is going on, for me, it is all about run and gun builds. You're going for the person forming the Golden Bullet first. Once you have the Golden Bullet, it's lights out. And as I said before, you can do this when this event is not active. But when it's active, it's insane insanely fun, and that's exactly why I wanted to put this together today. For those of you that are trying to farm for some items, you have a little time to play, you want to be efficient, I strongly recommend doing this. Now, one word of caution I have for those of you that like to use the sticky bomb when you know NPCs are coming at a specific door. With this farming method, you need to be careful because you could clear a room in like 1 second and not even realize it. So again, if you notice, when that third boss comes out, I am single targeting them, and once they're out, I grab the loot and get out of there. With all that being said, my friends, I'm going to start to wrap this up. As always, I want to take a moment and thank you all for your incredible support of this channel, and remind you, if you have any questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know and I will get back to you as quick as I can. Now, in the last section of the video, you are going to see a quick screenshot of the build I'm using. It is a typical Hunter's Fury build. You can put one together any way you want, because when this event is active, a Striker build, Hunter's Fury, I mean just Negotiator's Dilemma, everything is going to be insanely powerful. So again, you should have a lot of fun doing this. On that note, I'm going to let the rest of the video play out. However, like I mentioned at the beginning of this thing, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. Make sure you turn on those notifications. If you enjoyed this, do me a favor, hit that like button as well. But most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.